Question number 141. Read the following statements and select the correct option. So the very first statement says damage to chordae tendineae of semilinear valves in aorta causes backflow of blood in left ventricle. This is an incorrect statement because as you can see here in the diagram of human heart, chordae tendineae is attached with its one end to the atrioventricular valves, or you can say mitral or bicuspid valves, and to the other end with the papillary muscles present on the wall of heart. So these chordae tendineae are not attached with the semilinear valves but with the atrioventricular valves at its one end. These cord-like structures present here, this will prevent the collapsing of these atrioventricular valves back into the atria during the ventricular systole. So it prevents the backflow of blood into the atria from the ventricles. So this is an incorrect statement. The next statement says closure of atrioventricular valves during ventricular systole generates first heart sound. And this is a correct statement because the closure of these AV valves during ventricular systole generate the first heart sound, which is lub. So this is a correct statement. Let's discuss the options. Both statements are correct. This is an incorrect option. Only statement A is correct. This is an incorrect option. Only statement B is correct. This is a correct option and is a correct answer to our question. Both statements are incorrect and this is also an incorrect option. So the correct answer for this question is option number 3. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 142. Select the correct match between different formed elements of blood and their respective features in man. As you can see here, this diagrammatic representation of formed elements in blood. These first type of cells represent RBCs. These are enucleated cells and agranulated cells. And in the very first option, the description given for this cell is enucleated cells. This is correct. They have copper containing complex protein which helps in transport of gases, and this is an incorrect match because we know that RBCs contain hemoglobin, which is an iron containing complex protein rather than a copper containing complex protein. So this is an incorrect option as it represents RBCs and these are enucleated cells and iron containing complex protein is present in these cells. The second option is these cells which are represented, as you can see here, it is these cells are basophils as these are granulated cells. Let's read its description first. Agranulocyte involved in anti-inflammatory reactions, and this is an incorrect match because as you can see these are granulated cells rather than agranulated cells, and these are involved in anti-inflammatory reactions because these basophils, they release heparin, histamine and serotonin. The next option is these cells which are multinucleated granulocyte and performs phagocytosis, and as you can see these are not multinucleated but multi-lobed granulocytes, and this diagram represents which type of cell? They will represent neutrophils which are multi-lobed rather than multinucleated granulocytes, and they perform phagocytosis. Yes, neutrophils perform phagocytosis, but as they are not multinucleated granulocyte, so this is an incorrect match. The last type of blood cell is this, which have this kidney shaped nucleus and are agranulocytes as they do not have any granules in it. So let's read its description. These are agranulocyte kidney shaped nucleus, mature form performs phagocytosis by transforming into macrophages, and this is a correct match because the cell represents monocytes. As you can see here, these are monocytes which have these kidney shaped nucleus and are agranulocytes, and they mature into macrophages which performs the function of phagocytosis. So the correct answer is option number 4. Let's discuss our next question. Question number 143. Extensions of cortex in between renal medullary pyramids are known as. As you can see in this diagram which is given in your NCERT book, which represents a longitudinal section of kidney, you can see here that the extension of cortex in between this renal or medullary pyramid is known as renal column. Renal column is also known as columns of Bertini. So the correct answer for this question is option number 1, that is columns of Bertini are the extensions of cortex in between renal medullary pyramids, also known as renal column. Let's discuss another options also. Next option is ducts of Bellini. And when collecting ducts enter medulla, they will form duct of Bellini. So this is an incorrect option. Collecting ducts is also an incorrect option because it is the collecting ducts which enter medulla and form the duct of Bellini. And the next option is juxtaglomerular apparatus. And this is also an incorrect option because this juxtaglomerular apparatus is present on the cortex region of nephron rather than the medullary region of the nephron. So the correct answer is option number 1. Let's discuss our next question. Question number 144. All of the following statements are correct except, so we need to find out which statement is incorrect. The very first statement is RBCs of human are not capable of metabolizing glucose to carbon dioxide aerobically. And this is a correct statement but cannot be a correct answer to our question because RBCs, as they like mitochondria, nucleus, so they cannot perform aerobic respiration and they cannot metabolize this glucose to carbon dioxide. So this is an incorrect statement. The next option is no mixing of blood occurs in heart of fish. This is a correct statement but cannot be a correct answer to our question. The next statement is with increase in heart rate, duration of a single cardiac cycle decreases. This is a correct statement but cannot be the correct answer to our question because as the heart rate increases, the single cardiac cycle duration decreases. The last statement is pacemaker of human heart is a specialized neural tissue which maintains rhythmic activity of heart. And this is an incorrect statement and is a correct answer to our question because the pacemaker of human heart, which is also known as SA node, it's a specialized muscular tissue rather than neural tissue, and it maintains the rhythmic activity of heart. So the correct answer for this question is option number 4. Let's proceed to the next question. Question number 145. Ram's blood cells do not agglutinate with addition of either NTA or NTB serum. However, serum collected from Ram causes agglutination of RBCs collected from another person. Based on the above information, blood group of Ram is most likely. And this is given in your question that Ram's blood cells, they do not agglutinate with addition of either NTA or NTB serum. This means that the RBCs of Ram's blood, they lack antigens. These RBCs, they lack antigen, and this is in the case of blood group O. As you can see here, this blood group O, they have no antigens on the surface of RBCs, whereas they have both NTA or NTB antibodies in plasma. So it's also known as universal donor and it can donate his blood to any other person. In the next line it is said that serum collected from Ram causes agglutination of RBCs collected from another person. And this would be in the case of other blood groups like A blood group, B blood group or AB blood group, because the serum from O blood group have both NTA as well as NTB antibodies. If it is added to the blood group A, the NTA will agglutinate with the antigen present on RBCs as it has A antigen on the surface of RBCs. If it is given to B blood group, then NTB antibodies will agglutinate with the B antigen present on the RBCs, and if it is given to AB, both NTA and NTB antibodies will agglutinate with the A and B antigen present on the RBC surface. Therefore, if the serum of blood group O is donated or mixed with the RBCs from another person, they will cause agglutination. Now, based on the above information, the blood group of Ram is most likely, and the correct answer is option number 3. Blood group A cannot be a correct answer, B cannot be a correct answer, and last option AB blood group cannot be the correct answer. So the correct answer is option number 3. Let's proceed to the next question.